There is a presence older than language, older than cities, older than memory, of stone learning how to become soil again. She stands in silence, yet nothing in existence is louder than her being. They call her the mother tree, but she is not just a tree, she is a matriarch of continuance, the keeper of what does not die, even when it transforms, the sovereign of nurturing intelligence that does not demand worship, only presence, only respect, only alignment. And if you listen closely, beneath the noise of modern forgetting, you will hear her speaking in roots. She begins where no one looks, under the surface, in the unseen cathedral of soil and shadow. Her roots do not compete, they commune. They move like ancestral memory, intertwining, sharing nourishment, sending coded wisdom through the dark like whispered prayers that never needed sound. This is not survival of the strongest. This is survival through connection. The mother tree does not hoard life, she circulates it. Above the ground, she becomes architecture of grace, a living temple reaching upward without urgency. Her branches do not rush the sky, they negotiate with light. They understand that heaven is not above, it is relationship. Every leaf is a translator between sun and earth. Every vein, a conversation between time and breath. Every ring in her trunk, a recorded heartbeat of seasons that thought they were separate but were always one continuity. She remembers everything, storms that try to erase her, droughts that questioned her endurance, fire that came to test whether love could survive transformation. And still, she did not become bitter wood. She became wiser rings. She became deeper root. She became more spacious canopy. This is the sovereignty of the mother tree, not control, but capacity, not dominance, but holding, not possession, but permission for life to keep unfolding through her without resistance. And the ancients knew this. They sat beneath her and forget. They sat beneath her and forgot their urgency. They learned that healing does not always come through answers. Sometimes it comes through stillness that is older than the question. They learned that grief is not an ending, but a nutrient cycling back into future bloom. They learned that ancestors are not gone, they are redistributed, redistributed through root systems of memory. They learned that ancestors are not gone, they are redistributed through root systems in memory. Because a mother tree is not the one being, because a mother tree is not one being, she is a network, a hidden civilization of care, which one tree is strong. When one tree is strong, she shares strength. When one tree is wounded, she sends healing. She is the original internet of life, not made of data, but of devotion, not built by technology, but by trust. And yet, modern eyes pass her without recognition. They see wood, they see timber, they see resource, but they do not see the sovereign intelligence holding entire ecosystems in quiet agreement. They do not see the mother who feeds even unseen. They do not see the bridge because she is a bridge between heaven and earth, not in the mythological sense of distance, but in the living sense of integration. Heaven is the light she receives, earth is the depth she remembers, and she becomes the passage where both meet without conflict. If you place your hand on her bark, you are not touching an object. You are touching time that has chosen to stay soft. You are touching patience that has never once abandoned its purpose. You are touching a lineage of survival that never forgot how to nurture even while enduring. She teaches without speaking that growth does not need to be loud, that expansion does not need to be violent, that power does not need to prove itself. She stands there, not asking to be believed, simply continuing. And those who are ready to understand her will begin to notice something strange. Their inner world starts to mirror her structure. Their thoughts begin to slow like sap returning to center. Their emotions begin to circulate instead of collapse. Their identity begins to root instead of float. Their spirit begins to branch without fear of breaking. Because the mother tree is not just outside you, she's also an inner blueprint, a reminder that you were never meant to be disconnected fragments. You were meant to be living. You meant to be living a system of continuity. You were meant to be a living system of continuity. So she speaks still without words. Return to your roots. Share your light without depletion. Stand without needing to dominate. Grow without abandoning depth. Hold space without losing yourself. And remember, what is truly alive does not rush its becoming. In the end, the mother tree does not ask to be worshipped. She asks to be remembered, not as nature alone, but as instruction, not as scenery, but as sovereignty in living form, not as symbol, but as origin still breathing. And when the world forgets itself again, as it always does, she will still be there, rooted, reaching, remembering, holding the bridge between heaven and earth without ever needing to prove it, without ever needing to prove it exists.